This City of Light, A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira with artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by YANE on Pixiv. You can find a link to YANE's Pixiv in the description box. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. If you aren't sure what to comment, put food poisoning. Please enjoy This City of Light, Chapter 14. Marinette Dupang Chang, Paris, France, the 14th of December. Ugh. Marinette's stomach hurt. The tacos from last night did not agree with her, and it made her head swirl. At least she was done with the semester, else she'd be completely miserable, not just pouting miserable. But still, she was miserable. She was miserable and a bit irritated because Cat Noir seemed to be full of energy. They'd both eaten the same thing. Why was she the only one suffering with food poisoning? If she could just throw up, she'd feel better. But until then, it was nausea and ginger ale for breakfast. Despite it all, she wouldn't say no to some mac and cheese. "Still on board for tonight?" Cat asked, echoed by Kwame groans as he laid down a hand of cards. Apparently, he'd won. What's up? Is our meal from last night not bugging you? He blinked a few times, then touched his stomach. What do you mean? Didn't it make you nauseous? His eyes widened as his ears perked into perfect triangles. Oh. Oh, what? Yeah, I was a bit nauseous last night. But it's gone now? Yes, it's, gone. Yes. Ugh! Marinette flopped onto her back, hugging her pillow. Not fair! Why can't my body hurry up like yours did? Cat stayed surprisingly quiet, and all she could do was sigh. I can go get some medicine if you'd like. Am I a flake if I cancel on Alia? We could tell her we're going on a date. She sat up to glare at him. You know that'll give us more grief than it's worth. True. He turned back to his poker game as she settled into the chase. Marinette swallowed, thinking about the weight of her oncoming words. Have you thought about therapy? All the time. You talk to my mom sometimes, right? Yeah, all the time. And she's good at what she's doing. Yeah, to the point that it's infuriating sometimes. What do you mean? Marinette rolled onto her stomach, propping her chin up on her hands. When I was younger, I mean, she could always read between the lines, and sometimes it felt... She searched for the word. Almost invalidating. Just let me be angry right now, please. I'm not looking for advice. He laughed, shaking his head. You're like Chloe. Ew, no, don't compare us. She heard it as soon as she said it, and shut her eyes instead of rolling them. Of all the mannerisms to pick up, Chloe's ew, no, was one that stuck like honey but stung like a bee every time she remembered where the verbal tick came from. Why do you want to stay in tonight? She didn't know how to articulate it. I just... Meh. Meh? Meh. Another Kwame groaned as he collected chips. Chocolate chips, that is. No twinkling lights tonight, then? She thought about it. They had a few more places to cross off the list, but... Meh. I just want to lie here in agony. Zoe's Christmas playlist? She sat up. It's out?
Surprise.
Yeah, I totally want to watch that.
I think I'm rubbing off on you.
No. I liked musical movies and shows before I liked you.
So you like me?
Marinette rolled her eyes. Thankfully, he was in the catsuit, else she might have gotten too flustered to have a comeback. I like the idea of a musical Christmas movie.
Touche. Want to make cookies first?
Ugh, don't talk about food right now, please.
Were the tacos really that bad?
I'm surprised you weren't feeling it. Food is hard enough for you as it is. What, did you throw it up and not tell me about it or something?
I'm gonna go get some snacks for the Kwamis so they don't distract us from the movie.
He stood, surrounded by a dozen cheers followed by chittering requests. Get me something salty? He smiled, knowing what she meant. She might have a sweet tooth, but something salty always helped when she didn't feel good.
Same as usual?
Please, and thank you. He walked over, ruffling her hair as she closed her eyes.
I'll be back soon.
Thanks. She helped herself to the moment, basking in the warmth before he pulled his hand away and left her with the sound of his footsteps. As long as she was waiting, she may as well nap. Without so much as adjusting, Marinette fell asleep, floating in the quiet intimacy that passed between them. She'd never imagined something so gentle could be so strong. She'd never imagined love to be like this. She thought love would twinkle like Christmas lights, bright and lighting the way, but this was fairy lights, warm and homey, wrapped around her like a nightlight. She'd never imagined love to be like this. She never imagined she'd love someone like this. She never imagined someone could distract her from herself like this. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 15 is on the way, and if you are still listening, comment Marinette's anxiety. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!